Hello and welcome to the Quingo channel. I am Jason, your host. This is part 2. We are heading towards one of the biggest hills in Stoke-on-Trent. And I'm going to, because last time I tried to do this, it was the time for children to go into school, and I didn't feel comfortable with the recording having so many children on. So I ditched that, and now I'm out here. I had to come out because, as I said, I'm getting rid of some of my technology. I'm selling it on eBay, not because I need the money or anything. I'm doing it so that I've got more space. So I've got space for new technology and to minimise what I need. Like when I first started going out on this scooter, I would have the Quingo back thing that goes on the back of the seat, and I would have my backpack down here on the hook. I don't bring that out with me anymore. I have everything in the pack behind the seat, and my hoodie has like 14 pockets so I can keep all my stuff on. I feel more confident in this scooter than I would in any other thing outside my house. So I don't need those little bits. I've got things like a toolkit, I've got a way to re-inflate the tyres, I've got spare fuses. So what we're going to do is go to the end here, because this GPS on my phone and navigation and speed thing has an altimeter on. At the moment we're at 177 meters above sea level. Our longitude is 53.02. No, that's latitude. Sorry, latitude is 53.02, and longitude is minus 2.16. I'm connected to 63 different satellites at the moment, which gives you pretty good accuracy. We have travelled 1.8 miles at the moment. I would always like for scooters to have bigger smart displays and that, and more data and that, because I'm a tech person. I'm a tech affinity autistic. I love technology. One of the reasons I like this scooter is it's technologically advanced. It's one of the reasons I knew I'd be able to use this and it to become my mobile safe space. So I'll tell you what height we are above sea level. When we reach the end here. So, and then we'll go all the way up the hill and all the way to the other end. See how big a height, because there is scooters that can't make this hill. This is a very high degree hill. It's not the biggest hill in Stoke-on-Trent. Cross over here. The UK pavements are chronic. They always seem like an afterthought when they're redoing the roads. I had someone comment to me on one of my threads, I believe it was on Twitter, that they had a mobility scooter, but their roads and pathways were so bad around where they live that they didn't have confidence leaving the house on their scooter. I, of course, pointed them towards the Quingo and said, there is scooters out there that can handle the bad places. You know, if I didn't have a dog, I love my dog. If I didn't have a dog, I would go on longer journeys. I would fully take on this thing to small hotels and places on the way to, and go all the way to the actual sea. I'd go to Bangor or something like that. Right, so here we are now. Our height at the moment is 177 meters. Now I know how steep this hill is because I pushed a 80 kilogram wheelchair up it with Paola. So I know how hard this hill is. And I definitely wouldn't really ask my Quingo, my Pride Revo to make you up that hill. It might do, it probably does. I mean, the Pride Revo 2.0 is not a bad scooter. It's got to wait for the green man. Come on. Actually 176 meters. Come on. I want to cross. So 176 meters here. We will cross in a bit. Right, now we can cross. See, I know there's scooters out there that cannot make this little crossing here. Okay. So let's go across. We're at 175 meters actually, just before we go up. So 175 meters at the bottom. And 186 meters just at the there. Well, that's just the start of the hill, because we go down a little bit. We have a dip here, but then we hit the ride all the way to where Hanley is. Now there is much harder hills around here to climb, and I've been to them, and this scooter has handled them no problem, and it handles them going the other way, coming down. It has very good brake control. This will stop and start on a hill like that, no problem. So we're starting to climb up, and it looks deceptively flat here. We have already gone up to 192. We've already gone up 20 metres in total. Odd, almost 20 metres. Cross over here. ...194 metres, 195, 196. Sometimes I feel like I'm off-road on there. 197. I'm just going to stop for a little bit. Now the thing is, I have been in other scooters and tried this run, and this next part here is usually where the weaker motors sort of labour a bit. You can hear them, the high pitch of the whine and the issues, and you go down from 4 miles an hour to about 2 miles an hour as it gets. It'll make it, but it's like you cross your fingers and you hope. I don't ever have that with the Quingo. Why don't we go to Hamley Forest Park? Yeah, why not? Now, there's a tip I've got for you. Mobility scooters like this, just like if you're in a car, if you're crossing when I was in the park earlier, and I was crossing the grass, and I noticed that the grass was extremely waterlogged. I mean, seriously, it was to the point where there were pools of water underneath, and that my tyres were going in quite deep. And if I had gunned the engine, as they say, and put it to full speed, I would have spun in place. In situations off-road with something like this, you slow down. You slow down and let the tyres slowly grip. That's why I like the throttle control on this. It's so well controlled. Oh, wonderful. They put that right on the ramp. You see that? You see that way they put that right on the road. They put this thingy right here on the place for people like me to cross. This is what I mean about I'm not. So I've got to go half on the flat and half on the thingy. Which with this scooter is absolutely no problem. Just going to make sure there's no one coming that way or this way. There we are. We're going to go here. You're not supposed to put obstacles like that on a drop curve. It's not fair, it's not nice, and it's not helpful. Now this, I know, because I've come up here on the road, can reach its full 8 miles per hour going uphill on one of these hills. Because I've actually, one day when there wasn't much traffic at all, I came up this road, actually on the road, and this just didn't go below its top rated speed at all. Ooh, someone's engine on their car is not in good condition. Oh, they're not burning a lot of their fuel. I think it's a diesel. It didn't smell like gasoline, it smelled like diesel, that did. But someone had a car that went past that there was a large amount of their fuel coming out the actual exhaust. A lot of it. If I had to describe mobility scooters in one word, it'd be freedom. Now I know that my batteries on this are not as good as they used to be because we're down 2 notches. On the actual power. I wish you had a percentage. I wish like some of the scooters that I've seen, they have a smart heads-up display which actually measures the voltage and everything, and gives you quite a lot of nice data. And you can see exact. This kind of thing is nice for people who just want, but I wish there was a button to see more information. Right. So nothing's coming around the corner or anything. I am going to pause and stop this video and start the next one because we're at the 20-minute period, so bye bye for now.